Here we are at Julie Talks Money with John and Crystal, and I'm here to deliver them some bad news.
What's going on? Where we? Everything was
What's
okay,
the bad
or-
news?
So credit. We're going to talk about credit. So one thing we do not want to do is once we're in the process, is start triggering your credit, start going to different places, and start, going buying furniture, going buying that car. So in the process of home buying, I don't need you guys going shopping. Okay. So when I pull your credit, it means we're not touching your credit. I'm going to help you guys get your credit up, but also at the same time, I don't need you guys to be going on a shopping spree while we're doing this, okay?
Okay. So what does that mean, and why don't you want us to do that? What's
Because we're trying to help you bring up your credit, not bring down your credit by you making more inquiries on your credit. Inquiries, the points start coming down on your credit each time you go and try to get credit.
So I have a friend of mine. He said when he was buying his first house, he had gone around and asking different lenders and see if he could get a different price or a different pre-qualifying approval. Is that something that we should be doing, or was that going to affect us in any way?
So should she be doing? I mean, it's up to you. I mean, it's depending on how, if you like what you're, if you're dealing well with the loan officer and they're helping you, then, sometimes that's where you want to stay. But if not, if you're not comfortable with what they're giving you, yeah, you're allowed to shop for 30 days, So, but it, it's not what's going to hinder you. The hindering part is using your credit for, Victoria's Secret or, trying to buy a motorcycle or things like that.
Even just buying something, let's say I went to Best Buy and bought a computer, and then would that raise my credit? Or if it doesn't, if I don't make the payment, is that where the problem's going to be? Or is it just any purchase on a credit card, I'll stop all
You
that?
do not want to open any new accounts. So through the process, I'm going to let you know like what we need to do. So it's either going to be bringing down your debt a certain percent, or trying to get your scores up in other ways. It's everybody's a little bit different, but kind of guiding you to get there so we could get you to the score we need you to be able to buy.
So even though we don't open up a new credit card, the old credit cards that we have, we can't use them for anything, right? Is what you're saying? Because it'll affect.
Correct. We still do a soft check at the end, so we're still checking on you guys and seeing if anything has changed through the process. So,
Like we can't even like buy stuff at the grocery store or buy dinner or nothing, right? Nothing.
so I advise that you do not use your credit cards for the time we're in escrow.
You have to buy
Okay.
everything with cash.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you talked a little bit about a credit repair. What does that do? I mean, I've heard about it, and I've had people that have tried it and told me about it. But what exactly does credit repair do for your credit? How does that work?
So I have a couple of people that I work with that will be able to help you, and they're at free cost. So they help you by looking at your credit report, and then they see where it's hindering. Maybe a collection, maybe you have a couple of collections they could help you with, or maybe we need to pay some of those collections, and then they help you, bring up your scores, or they advise you on your late payments, getting current with some late payments. There's a lot to do with, when we see the report, there's so much in there that, that one little thing could bring up 20 points, So they're the experts. I just send you over to them, and we help you, guide you in that way to get there.
Do you see a lot of improvements with that? Like as far as, let's say somebody doesn't qualify at first, but then they do the credit repair, and now they do qualify, or is that something that you see a lot of, or?
Yes, so a lot of my clients are in the same situation. So a lot of my clients have bad credit, and they think that, they're never going to be able to buy. So that is not the case here. We help them with bad credit. So bad credit doesn't mean it's a never, you know. We help you get there. I had a client at 550. Once we were done with the process, he wanted to go into the police force. And he got from a 550 to a 700 in 3 months. And he got his house, he got his job, because there he couldn't get there with bad credit neither. And he ended up scoring in all ways, you know. So we just help you get there, you know.
That's a really big jump from 550 to 700. Is that a typical result that you see, or is there, it's kind of a hard question.
So it's like 550 to 640. I mean, there's still, you know, it's how hard you want to work too, because remember, you're the one buying it. So we want it for you, but you need to want it for yourself too. So.
Okay.
Now, is there a minimum credit number? I mean, you know, I talked to my dad a while ago, and he had said, you know, to buy a house, you want at least a 620. Is that a good number, or is there?
Well, the better the credit, the better the interest rate we're going to give you. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try to get better, but at least you want to be at a 640 for a regular type of loan. And if you're going to be doing like a first-time buyer program, we need you at a 660.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. You've been so helpful. Thank you.
You can listen to me every week on ABC 1490 AM KMET radio, and also on SoundCloud, your favorite podcaster.